Ukraine's president finds himself at the center of an American political showdown. Volodymyr Zelenskiy was repeatedly questioned on whether US President Donald Trump had blackmailed him in a July phone call by threatening to block US military aid unless Kyiv investigated the Ukraine business dealings of Hunter Biden, son of Trump's political rival, Joe Biden.
They blocked it even before we had the conversation, but we did not touch on it in our conversation. At that moment, I did not know about it. I talked to the Minister of Defense afterwards, and he said, "We have a problem, they've blocked that money." But when we were talking with Trump, this issue was not there at all. So there was no blackmail because it was not the subject of our conversation at all.
Zelensky was elected in April on a platform of rooting out corruption. Now the president is facing criticism over his own conduct, says Ilya Kusha, an analyst at the Ukrainian Institute of the Future.
It has become his first international diplomatic crisis.
Many Ukrainians believe Zelenskyy's account of his dealings with Trump, but there's still anger, says Kusha.
He allowed us to get involved in the American elections, and this is not the thing that we should have done, because we have plenty of our own problems, and trying to get into this process, it's a too global, too big game to play, and of course too risky one, because Ukraine here is just a gambling, chip.
Paramount among those problems is the conflict with Russian-backed rebels in the east. President Zelensky called for international peacekeepers and has backed holding elections in the rebel-held Donbass region in return for political autonomy.
I have always said that if we are talking about people and territories, then people are the first priority and territories are the second priority.
Many Ukrainians fear the government is giving in to Russian aggression, and thousands took to the streets of Kyiv Sunday to voice their anger.
We, the veterans, conflict participants, Maidan veterans, we came to say our categorical no to capitulation and everything that Zelensky does.
Zelensky is fighting multiple fronts, caught up in the political power play of Ukraine's major ally in the West, and facing major opposition over his handling of the conflict in the East. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, Kyiv.